everyone, this is Leisha. You're welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I make Isi Ewu, which is goat head. It's a true Igbo local delicacy from the southeastern region of Nigeria. So if you want to see how I make mine, please keep watching. So in the pot I've got 2 goat heads. It's been washed and I'm just adding some stock cubes and thyme, mixed spice, onion powder, and salt. After adding all the seasoning, I just added some water. This meat is very stubborn, so I added enough water to cook the meat, and that's the brain in the foil. I took the brain off the head and just wrapped it up in a foil and let that boil with the meat. I beat up 3 Cameroon peppers, and after that I took out the brain just before the meat was fully cooked and beat it together. For the paste I'll be using potash mix. I did mix 1/4 teaspoon of potash to 4 tablespoons of water. I sieved it and I used 3 tablespoons of potash to mix the palm oil. You want to use as little potash as possible. I'm using this much because I'm making 2 goat heads. So I did add a little palm oil because I want the paste to be much. And you gotta mix this thoroughly, like you trying to whisk eggs. So that's how you mix this. So this is the meat stock from the goat head. I chose to add meat stock because I want it really tasty. Some people use water, so you want to add the meat stock little by little and keep mixing just until you find the mix is not too runny or not too thick. So I'm not mixing this on heat, just so you know. So after getting the consistency I wanted, I did add the Cameroon pepper. This is the stage to which you start adding the spices you want. I did add 3 tablespoons of that because we like it spicy. And after that I did add the brain and the Cameroon peppers. This is gonna thicken the sauce at the end of the mix. You want to give this a really good mix. I did add more Cameroon pepper after tasting it because, like I said, we really like it spicy. So after tasting the sauce, I did add half star cube. And this spice right here is what gives this delicacy that kick. I did use 3 tablespoons of Isi Ewu Spice. You could choose to add more or less depending on what you like. So you gotta mix. That's what the sauce is all about. You gotta mix. And then I went ahead to add some little more stock because I noticed the sauce became a little thick. That's why I said earlier you need to add little stock just until you find that the sauce is not too thick and not too runny. So this is Utazi leaves. I'm gonna wash this and bring it in to the sauce. Mix that together. So after mixing everything together, I did add the meat. I mixed everything together, and some people take it back to the heat and some people don't. I did take it back to the heat to heat up for like 10 seconds because I don't want the oil to start melting and changing. I want it to look this pretty as you see. So after giving it a good mix, I did add a little more stock. Like I said, you gotta add the stock little by little as you go, just so you don't get a sauce that is too thick or too runny. So I did add a little more Cameroon pepper because after tasting it I noticed it wasn't really spicy. You could choose to add more spices as you go or less, depending on what you like. I took it back to heat up for a few seconds and I garnished it with some onions and Utazi leaves. I did serve it with rice. You could choose to have it with some drinks. It really came out delicious. If you definitely try this recipe, please let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and leave your comments down below. I will be happy to hear from you. Thank you for stopping by. Bye.